this up a little ways. Anyway, sorry, it's not the greatest spread. I'm just kind of in the middle of transition myself, New Year's resolutions. So I'm just going to get something out here just to get things going. But ultimately, I'll be doing other spreads hopefully in this new year, sooner rather than later, that will have a better outlook on my cards here so it's not so scattered. But nonetheless, I'm just going to do the reading as is. Lack of time, do what I can. So this is for you, Taurus, and this will be for January 2024. So ultimately, I'm seeing a lot of energy around family structure, definitely a relationship that comes into play here. And I would say that there is some good luck, and it definitely feels like there's something that you need to kind of rest and relax and rejuvenate, that kind of thing. You do have a little bit of fears or worry around family or around money or around something along family wealth or anything long term. There is, I'm just doing the general and then I'll be more specific when we get into the clarifiers, but this is, there is still some energy around kind of trying to relate an important relationship, whether this is a love relationship or somebody that you just, you know, genuinely love. Doesn't have to be a lover. It does feel like there's energy here that is starting to patch up, or like there's been some kind of difficulty in a particular situation. So I would say that that is starting to resolve. The fact that you have the Four of Swords here, again, that's still energy around trying to, I mean, it says truce in this particular deck, but the fours are all about trying to sort of balance things out again in around communication. Seems to have been where there's been balance issues or imbalance issues. So I would say with that Four of Swords energy, you are trying to find a way to patch things up. So again, calling a truce. It does represent some issues around mental concerns, uh, you know, that you're trying to get a hold of your life again or trying to come to terms with being more in control of yourself as well. It does indicate that there is some sense of, you know, trying to get things more orderly as well. A lot of family lineage seems to be coming in here, so there could be a fair amount of reminiscing or something along that line here as well. But there is something about your mindset where you're trying to regain control again, like I said, where I just feel like you felt like there was too much chaos or too much in your head or something felt like it was not peaceful, restful, something like that. But either way, it is, uh, you know, card of trying to regain control over something in your life that was mentally disturbing you in some way, where it didn't allow you to, it's a conflict of some sort. So whether this was internal conflict or external, could very well be dealing with a person that is quite significant to you that has a strong male influence, somebody that you do consider usually quite strong, composed, and, you know, usually in control of their life, that kind of thing. But strong cards of four energy here. So I would definitely say that, you know, this definitely speaks to, even though the main energy out is the Lovers and the Moon card, the Emperor is still a very strong player here. If not in this month, it'll residual further out. But either way, the Emperor is a card of trying to create more structure in one's environment, and I would say in more particularly in around the home front, as well as in around communication and one's thoughts. So either way, there is some, you are having some kind of authority in this particular month over your own thoughts, and it feels like this is you trying to get back to you and create a sense of order again in your world. So either way, if something did feel like it wasn't stable, it feels like it's moving into more stability, period. Um, and there's more of a dominating quality here with the Emperor as well. But again, it's a significant relationship either way because we have the Lovers following that. So that to me indicates that it could very well be a masculine figure here that has a strong influence in creating some kind of peaceful resolution in a particular union. There is a sense with the Lover's card that there is some kind of intuition that's kind of breaking through, or at least you're hoping to, but it's feeling like it's, in terms of inspiration to move something ahead or be open to something, it feels a little bit restricted. So I mean, there could be a Gemini energy that's relevant here as well. But, sorry guys, but because of the the Seven of Swords, I mean, the Swords is still indicating that there is still some communication issues in around a relationship, but you are trying to find some kind of middle ground here to resolve it. Um, it also is kind of speaking to being uncompromising. So maybe there was a very rigid energy that was uncompromising with you, that, didn't allow you to sort of communicate your true thoughts about something, or you feel like you can't communicate, and be actually heard in regards to a particular issue. So, either way, I mean, there's something here about, you're saying something in vain and nobody's really listening. So, you're kind of coming to terms with how to deal with the situation by just being kind of neutral or neutralizing the situation so it's not. And it does feel like it's in around family and a strong relationship. The card of the moon, again, that's a major player here as well next to the lovers. So it does indicate that there is something here that is coming to light or that will help you to resolve the issue. But it's almost like there's some things here around illusion or belief systems that you think to be true, but it's not really the way it is. So something might be slightly off key as the cards depict, or something is not quite right here. But it does speak to kind of slower changes, but it's, for the right reasons, because it is dealing with family or long-term legacy or long-term money. And it feels like there's a little bit of uncertainty around money as well. And it could be around family money. Um, Something here that just feels like you're just not sure of. There's a lot of fear that's still playing into a situation around family money. Um, Mental health could be a factor around family as well, or some kind of in instability, but I don't feel like it's anything too detrimental to a situation. It just feels like there's somebody's really up in their head a little bit here in the period of January. So we're going to get to the other cards here. Let's go into, well, the Ten of Discs. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. We know it to be a long-term card. Family, again, as I said, definitely speaks to a lot of money a lot of wealth that's still kind of in the mix here. So I would say that even if it's not present, that wealth is something that it's there. It's acquired wealth. It's something that's a long-term sort of project. It does feel like there's going to be a lot of, not in this month, but further out, more certainty around finances, and certainly more gain, certainly more controlled gains. So it doesn't feel like these are radical moves or anything of, suddenness. It feels like this is expended over a course of period of time. It's something that is, it's just something that's very slow moving, but slow moving accumulation. Still leads to stability and happiness for sure. Okay, so we're going to get right into what is the best you can hope for this month. And it does revolve around family again. So I'll get to the other card here too. But the card of Tartan is kind of looking back at your community, looking back at the places that you consider home or things that make you feel secure that's in around family. It's also sort of speaking to like traditions and trying to uphold some of those things that are kind of everyday occurrences or formal occasions, that kind of thing. But it's still something here that kind of speaks to going against the grain a little bit or being proud of who you are. So there's a certain prideful sort of feel here regarding family. The next one is Kate Sith, however I pronounce that, and this would be the kitty cat. And this one is about more of a lucky situation. So there is some luck that's coming in, even though you may not be quite certain of that luck. But it definitely is something that is available to you. It's going to be coming in, or it will cross your path if not this month, soon thereafter in the near future. But it definitely speaks to things going, in a more positive direction. Usually it would indicate, with the two colored eyes, that it could go either way. But I feel like you're protected in this particular case that from misfortune, because it's about good luck sort of beginning, related around family, relating around family pride, that kind of thing as well. We also have the card of rest and be thankful. So it's taking a moment to actually appreciate all that has come to you at this point. So I really feel like this is that space of, feeling safe and having gratitude for where you are and all that you've experienced. So this is also about, whatever hardships you've gone through, you're actually thankful for everything. And there's a part around you that is feeling that you've kind of earned this rest and relaxation. So I'm going to leave it at that. That's what I have for you, Taurus, for the month of January. We will read something into February in the near coming months. I might do my other deck. This is a new one for me, so I just wanted to throw it out there for you, these two. But either way, keep moving forward and never give up.